everyone, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, then my name's Holly. Even if you're not new here, my name's still Holly. Today I'm going to do a winged eyeliner look and I'm going to test out the new Revolution Renaissance Flick eyeliner. I'm really sorry if you guys can hear an echo because I can hear it, so I'm pretty sure you guys can be able to hear it. The room's quite big, I'm in a different room today, so I'm really sorry about that. But in today's video, I'm not going to go too crazy in depth. I'm just going to show you guys what works for me when I do my winged eyeliner, and I'm going to do a little bit of colour, but only in my inner corner, I think. So if you guys want to see how I created this look, then make sure you keep watching. Okay, so I didn't press record on my camera, I'm really sorry. For crying out loud. What I did was I took this shade here in my palette, so it's in the middle section on the bottom row, and I used my Morphe fluffy blending brush. It hasn't got a number, I'm really sorry. It came in a set. It's tapered through the top and then still fluffy around the edges. And I went in with a really light hand through my crease and just blended it out as I applied the product. Also brought it into my inner corner, along the crease and the outer corner. I'm being really gentle when applying this shade. I just find it blends out a lot nicer if you don't go in with a heavy hand. The next shade I went in with was this lighter brown shade here. I took that on my Real Techniques 305 brush, so it's slightly fatter. It's slightly flatter on one side and still nice and fluffy. And I just blended out the first brown shade that I used. Again, always going in with a really light hand. And then I took a really fluffy blending brush, nice and clean, and just buffed out the edges. So I'm just going slightly over my blend as well, just to make sure it's perfect. You can stop here, but I'm going to deepen it up just a tiny little bit more. I'm going to take my BH Cosmetics number 7 brush. Yep, number 7. And I went in a little bit deeper with this brown shade here. I literally only applied a teeny weeny bit of product. And I'm just going to buff that into my crease. I'm going back in with a tiny little bit of that first shade I used, just to buff that out. Even though this is quite a simple, neutral look, you still want to make sure you blend those shadows out. Shadows. Why can't I talk sometimes? Okay. So I'm just repeating the steps again. I'm using the second shade that we used on my Real Techniques 305 brush. And went back over it again with my clean, fluffy brush. Okay, so next what I did was applied a tiny bit of base on my lid. Where are you, little brush? I used my concealer brush again and I applied a teeny weeny bit of base and just patted that base along my lid. I'm not doing a cut crease, I'm just gonna blend this out on my lid. And I'm going over with a clean brush just to blend that out so there's no harsh lines again. Next, I'm going to dip into this white creamy shade with my fluffy brush again. Sometimes it's actually really hard to say fluffy. I don't know why I struggle so much. And I'm literally just dusting this shade over my lid. So that's the shadow done. Yeah! Nice and easy. You can go in with other colourful shades as well. Use the same technique, nice and simple. You can use pinks, greens, reds, blues, anything at all, and then do the wing look. But I thought I'd keep it neutral because I'm going to pop a little bit of colour in my inner corner. So the other day I got this Revolution Renaissance Flick eyeliner. Sorry, it's a bit shiny so you can't really see the logo. It looks like a pen to me, but yeah. And it's a nice pointy tip. to get a nice precise line with it. What I like to do first when I'm doing a wing is outline my top lash line first. I think it just psychs me up a little bit. And I'm going over. So I haven't actually done a wing before with this, apart from obviously this side. But this is my first time doing a wing look with this eyeliner. I'm just going near my inner corner. That's my lash line done. Don't worry if it's not neat because you're going to do your wing anyway and you can tidy it up after. What I like to do next is just work out where I'm going to place my wing so it matches up with the upper side, because you don't want one up here and then one down there. So with the tip of my wing, it kind of goes in between the tail of my brow and my outer corner of my eye. So I'm going to place just a tiny little dot there. Oh. I think that's good. And then I literally just close my eye and drag the liner over like so. And then I'm gonna go in through the underneath and just meet that line. I don't know why I decided to do my left eye on camera. I don't know why I'm doing that lately. I'm really struggling. Okay, so that's the basic shape done. I'm just gonna compare it to the other side. I think I'm gonna make it a little bit thicker. So once you've got the basic shape, I'd recommend just filling in your liner because you're gonna see a bit better how equal it is from the other side. So I'm just gonna fill it in. Okay, some technical issues with this eyeliner. I love this eyeliner a lot. Like, I thought it was really good. I've never done a wing with it, but I've done some other crazy stuff with it. But it's currently run out of ink, so I don't know what it's doing. But as I'm applying it, it's just literally, it's not doing anything. It's like wiping away the eyeliner that I used. I don't know why I tested this while trying to explain how to do a wing, but you know. So on this side, it was fine. And then on my hand, the ink, it's not run out or anything. But when I go on to do my wing, it's gonna work now, isn't it? Yeah, it's like not really applying anything. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm having major issues. Okay, no. No. So I've got my Maybelline Master Precise liquid liner. Hopefully this doesn't fail me. I don't even know if this one's run out. Oh no, that's better. Am I gonna save it? That is the question. If you struggle with eyeliner, don't worry because I've actually struggled this video. So what you can do is use your base or a concealer on a concealer brush. Make sure you don't apply too much product on your concealer. You just want to go in with a tiny little bit. And I've got a little bit of black through here. And I feel like my line is just not sharp enough. So I'm running that along and then patting that out so it blends. I'm just going to use my finger to blend that out. So it's a lot sharper now, much better. The next thing I did was set my liner with some black shadow. It's really good to do this because I feel it makes it look a lot blacker. And as well, if you do suffer from your eyeliner transferring onto your lid, like if you've got really hooded eyes, definitely do this step because it helps you out a lot. I took my BH Cosmetics brush. This number has worn off, so I can't remember what number it is, I'm sorry. But it's a tiny little flat brush. I took the black out of my BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette. I love this black. I just stamped on that shadow over my liner. You want to go in with quite a thin, small, detailed brush. So the wings are done, the eyeshadow's done. I'm going to make a start on my base. And I'm going to go in with my MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus Spray. Just spray that on. Make sure your eyeliner is dried because otherwise you'll probably cry if it transfers because you put Prep and Prime spray on it. Just saying. I'm going to use this L'Oreal Infallible Pore Refining Primer. I'm just going to press that into my pores. It smells so nice. I haven't used this in ages. Today the foundation I'm going to use is my Infallible 24-Hour Foundation. I like this foundation because it's nice and dewy. I'm going to take that on my damp beauty blender. I still love my Maybelline 24-Hour Stay, but I don't want to go too crazy coverage. And this one's nice and dewy, so I love a bit of a glow. Make sure you go around your eyebrows. Now I'm going to use my liquid concealer by Primark. I love this stuff. I need to go get some more because I keep using it. I'm just going to go down the sides of my nose, on my cheeks, and bring it out. I think I'm running out of this stuff, but it's £2, so I'm sure I can get some more. I'm going to put some on the bridge of my nose, the tip, top of my lip, chin, and then highlight my 5-finger forehead. I'm just going to blend that out with my beauty blender that I used before. Oh, by the way, the shade that I used in this concealer is Nude. So I'm pretty sure it's not the lightest one. I think it's the second lightest one that they had. I'm going to set my under eyes. I'm going to use this shade here in my Revlon Sculpting Highlight Contour Kit. I'm just going to use a really fluffy brush from Body Shop. It doesn't say what one it is, but it's just the fluffy one from Body Shop. I like to just gently press the powder in under my eyes. And I always get smile lines, so this has to be done. I'm just going to use my BH Cosmetics No. 1 brush, so it's slightly angled, and I'm going to go in with a powder contour. So the first shade I'm going to use is this shade here in that palette. This is a Revlon palette, and it's a bit cooler, so it'll just hollow out my cheeks a little bit. I'm really sorry, you guys, if you can hear the fridge. It's going meh. One day I will get my sound sorted. I'm just dusting some slightly on my forehead. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I really need a haircut. I feel like my hair's offending everyone who watches my videos. I'm now going to use my BH Cosmetics No. 8 brush. I do use this for shadow because it's good for packing on shadow in your crease. But I do like to do a nose contour with this. And I'm going to take that same shade from the palette, tap it off a lot. I'm going to go just from my eyebrow and bring that down. Don't worry, it looks crazy now, but have faith. My favourite bit of nose contouring, I don't do it all the time to be honest, but I love this bit here when it connects to your eyebrows. That's my favourite bit. I'm going to do some under my nose. And then I'm going to go in with my fluffy Morphe brush and just blend that out. Oh yeah, I haven't done a nose contour in ages. Ooh, lovely. Okay, so I'm going to bronze up my face, and I'm going with the warmer shade here in the palette. I'm just applying my MAC mascara because I completely forgot to actually add some mascara on my top lash line. Now we're going to go back to our eyeshadow and do the lower lash line. I'm going to take my BH Cosmetics No. 7 brush, my favourite brush because it's nice and thin and good for blending. The shade I want to use is the first one that we used in our crease, this one. I'm just going to run that along underneath. I'm not going to blow it out too much. I'm just going to bring it right to the lash line. I'm going to take my Real Techniques brush and go into the second shade that I used before, so a lighter brown shade. I'm just going directly on top of that first shade and blending it out. This next part's inspired, obviously, by Kylie Jenner, and I want to pop a bit of colour on my inner corner just to make it pop and a little bit different. I want to take my Revolution Pro HD Amplified 35 palette. Guess which shade I'm going to take? I'm going to take this bright pink shade here. I've left that space there just so I can pour the pink down. Where is my brush? The brush I'm taking that on is my Morphe Fluffy Pencil brush. So it's not tiny, but it's small enough to get in my inner corner. And it's nice and fluffy so you can blend it out. And I'm going straight in. If you guys don't want to use pink, you can use any colour you want. I just had to use pink. Look at that pretty. If you're scared of colour, do this because it's just giving you that little bit of an introduction to colour. Just put it on your inner corner. Lovely. I'm going to use my PS Rose Quartz palette from Primark and I'm going to go into the shade Too Much for my blusher. I'm going to go pink everything. And I'm taking that on my fluffy BH Cosmetics No. 3 brush. It's so pigmented. This is what it looks like when I've tapped it off. So be warned that this is definitely blusher. I'm just gonna put some on the apples of my cheeks. And then I like to bring it up to my cheekbones. I think I'm obsessed with blusher now. Do you know what? This look is actually slowly going into a pink theme now because I want to use this highlighter. Again, it's from my PS Rose Quartz palette. I have a really bad memory. I'm really sorry. I keep looking at it like, what is it again? It's got a pink reflect to it. I don't know if you guys can see. Let me just swatch it for you guys. So it's kind of got like a pink reflect. So I'm going to pop that on my cheekbones. I don't know why, I just like to highlight those bits. I'm just going to take a smaller blending brush, this one's from Morphe, and go in with that highlight again. And I'm just taking that highlight and placing it on the top of my lip. A little bit on my chin. Highlighting the top of my lip is, I think, one of my favourite places to highlight. And the nose. Can't forget about the nose. And then a little bit on the tip of the nose. I'm also going to apply some underneath my brows. I'm just going to line my lips with my NYX Mauve lip liner. I'm sorry guys, my lips are so dry. Please excuse my dry lips. They just get so dry in winter, I don't know why. But it's okay, because we're going to use my H&B Cosmetics Can't Deal Lip Gloss. It's really moisturising. I love it. So this is a finished look. I hope you like it. I love doing the inner corner of the colour, and the Renaissance Revolution Flick Liquid Liner. Is that what it's called? I feel like it's run out really quickly, but then I did test it on my hand and it was fine. So I don't know if it's because the shadow or the base on my eyelid. So I'm not too sure, but when it was working, it was quite good. I prefer a bit more of a flexible tip, and I probably sound OCD, but I just find it a lot easier because sometimes if it's too hard, then it just drags your skin. And the line's just not as clean if it doesn't glide over it, if that makes sense. But yeah. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. I always appreciate it. And if you think of any other looks that you would like to see me create, then comment down below. Hit the like button if you did enjoy this video, and make sure you subscribe if you'd like to see more from me. I have an Instagram, so make sure you check it out. I will be posting photos of this look. But yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! Okay, so I completely forgot to put my lashes on and my bottom mascara. So this is the finished look, and I hope you still really like it. Maybe even more now I've got my lashes on. But yeah, anyway, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!